America, they're just using hurricanes instead of bombs, or they're using fires instead of bombs. They use things that can be blamed on, quote, natural disasters, but it's the same exact effect. They bulldoze the place, and then they build back the city that they want, which is a police state if you're not Israeli. In America, they're just using hurricanes instead of bombs, or they're using fires instead of bombs. They use things that can be blamed on, quote, natural disasters, but it's the same exact effect. They burn out the town, or they flood out the town. They come in with bulldozers, and they're going to build a fence around whatever section that they want to claim as a 15-minute city, and then you won't be allowed in there. It'll be declared a disaster zone. You won't be able to get in. And I had to tweet this out today. Listen to this. Incoming intel. FEMA is waving ungodly amounts of money at private security firms right now, begging for security contractors to station at Florida to prevent Floridians returning to their homes and businesses after the storm hits. You understand what I'm saying here? These security teams are being hired, to keep people out.
Speed check reported ahead on I-55 South.
The evacuation orders are to push people out of Florida and keep them out. Reportedly, Delta Force personnel advising FEMA at the top, devising denial of area enforcement plans, which will be enforced at gunpoint if required. I'm told FEMA is practically panicked to get enough armed personnel on site, anticipating a tremendous amount of resistance from displaced people who want to return home to salvage whatever they can. This is the next step up the escalation ladder as the federal government wages war against the American people, as we saw FEMA carrying out in North Carolina, actively hindering rescue efforts to maximize starvation and death. To the people, do not escalate. And I'm repeating that here, do not escalate this, do not engage.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Rulewell. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect, known in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson, kind of like a response video to what Apostle Tahar, or like a piggyback to the video he just did regarding 15-minute smart cities. And you hear the guy on the broadcast basically going into how FEMA is told to hold citizens at gunpoint that want to come back and collect salvage items because, of the destruction from Hurricane Helene to Hurricane Milton that transpired earlier this week. It was a video that came out as well that you got the armed militias, or the Proud Boys, that basically took up arms. And then we don't know, I haven't seen another source on this. I have to, do more research and get at least 2 or 3 more sources to confirm that source. But allegedly, the people, and I saw some videos on TikTok last week, you had a group of Edomites basically stating that, well, look, man, if we don't stand up against this tyranny now, then we ain't gonna never rise up against it. Because basically the Hurricane Helene was nothing more but a land grab to set up 15-minute smart cities into harbor resources like the lithium and the quartz of that land. And this is what a lot of people are saying, okay? People didn't want to sell their land because they knew that they were sitting on a viable piece of property. Like, if I know that I have a viable piece of land and I know that I can get a $1 million off a house, right? But somebody come to me with a $250,000 offer, I'm not going to take that deal because you just shortchanged me 75% of what the house is really worth and the land. And on top of that, you got substance on the land. Okay, so when enough people got the petition together and say, nah, fuck you, we going to do our own goddamn thing. This is when all of a sudden Esau turned on the weather machine, and there you go. Okay, they said that the debt down there is skyrocketing. Okay, don't listen to MSNBC and NBC News and Fox News and ABC. That they don't tell you the real deal. Okay, they don't tell you what's really going on the news, man. Okay, like out there in Maui, after that came and left, we don't know what's going on out there now. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it's saying. We don't know what people was able to come back to the land and harbor. We don't know because they ain't reporting on it no more, because they have what they call media blackouts, when the media is basically restricted for reporting on certain things because they don't want the masses, which the masses means death, but they don't want the masses of the people, because the masses of the people are dead any damn way, but they don't want the masses of the people basically to know what's going on, man, because they don't want people to take up in arms. So they feed the people with bread and circuses and all this other psychobabble to keep them docile until their agendas be fulfilled. Okay, so allegedly militias is down there supposedly armed up trying to confront FEMA about the resources and the money that they've stolen from people to give migrants, and on top of that, the land grab. Okay, I think the biggest thing was the land grab and the $750,000 loan that Kamala basically implemented on the people, basically telling them like this is a loan. And people are mad as hell at that because they like, wait a minute, man. How you giving billions of dollars to migrants, sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine, sending billions of dollars to Israel, you know, and to all these other nations or countries, but yet I can only get $750 and I have to pay that shit back when I ain't got a pot to piss in, nor a window to throw it out of. But you want me to pay this shit back, and if I don't, then basically you can take my property and whatever else I own. That right there should tell you people like, look, they ain't dealing with y'all, man. Like, and you continue to go to work and pay taxes and continue to be a good old slave until you can't be it no more. And basically these 15-minute smart cities, this is one of their plans, man. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video, then I got a couple of precepts I'm gonna go to, nothing too long. But the title of this is basically, this is Esau. Basically, he's coming down with great wrath. This is part of the wrath. Okay, as the Apostle Torah mentioned, he said, look, we're seeing Jacob's trouble. We're seeing semblances of it right now. Okay, now we're not fully in Jacob's trouble, but we're seeing the effects. FEMA's on site, you got inclement weather. Okay, you got people taking up arms against the government. You got war. Okay, you got all types of stuff, man. Migrant invasion, you got military troops. We're basically seeing Jacob's trouble, and we're getting ready to see second edges 15 and 16 in Jeremiah 30 and 4 jump off the pages. You see? So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video and grab a couple of precepts, and that'll be that. So here we go.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So
right, and that's what they're gonna sell you on, because really the 15-minute cities is for the Gen Zers, man. Okay, because you know they got the you know, like the fitness centers, they got the gyms, the fucking movie. They got everything congested into one particular neighborhood. And if you pay attention to it, it's called zoning restrictions, right? They've been doing this for some time, because notice, like, when you go into these certain cities, you got like a metropolis of a city that pretty much got everything by grids, right? You may have a movie theater here, you may have a place like Navy Pier, shopping venues, you know, pretty much anywhere you want to eat and shop at. But when you go out to the outskirts of the city, you notice every exit or so, when they build up these developments, you may have a Five Guys here, you may have a gym there, you're gonna have a grocery store, you're gonna have a couple of gas stations, you know, you're gonna have fitness centers, you may have a movie theater, you know. And you notice that they do these every other exit or every exit, because basically those are your particular shopping regions to stay among that particular province. Because ultimately, if you live in an area that got everything you need, the average person can be like, okay, what the fuck are you going downtown Chicago for, to go work out? I mean, people do that, but why the hell are you going down there to get some pizza when we got pizza joints in your 15-minute neighborhood? Because everything you see around your exit or where you live is really like a 15-minute smart city, because Walmart, grocery stores, Target, video stores, all that shit is already condensed into one particular area. But with the 15-minute smart cities, they want to condense that, and this is where they want to put people in, so therefore they can keep an eye on you and lock your ass down when they need to, man. Okay, that way if you live on 87 in Austin, you ain't got to go all the way downtown or up north to Sheridan, you know, to do what you do, when you could just keep your ass there. Okay, because it's ultimately slavery. It's the fucking pit. And this is what this man want to do. He want to grid you off. Okay, because when they introduce that MOT to the busy, basically they're gonna be able to keep tribe on you by that damn micro C hit. You know, with the 6G. They got 5G now, but you got 6G, then 7G. You know, the technology, the smart cities, all is gonna tie it up to this particular system. So this is why, hey, don't be surprised if you get more storms and more tornadoes and hurricanes to wipe out certain areas. Like, hey, the Midwest, they're known for having tornadoes, man. So, hey, don't be surprised if Esau send a tornado through the Midwest and wipe that bad boy clean and build up them 15-minute smart cities, man. Okay, they could put one of those up in 3 months. I didn't see them build the rest of them in 1 month. So they could put up a 15 smart. They could put up a 1,000 smart cities in a year, easy. You know, and those of you that don't want to comply, then hey, they just unhaul your ass off the grid. It's simple.
There are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation.
See, the demand is strong, but how do we know that? Okay, how do we know Esau just ain't saying that just to be justified on doing it? Because who's really asking for it? You know? But then again, you know, they have inflation. Then they justify raising taxes up so people don't even want to own vehicles no more, because the price on a new vehicle, you're paying a third of the damn note to get the car tagged up, man. So people are in the mindset like, well, you know what? It may benefit to have a 15 smart city if I can walk to work and walk to the gym and walk to the movie theater or ride a scooter or electric bike. This is why they have those electric bikes every damn where, man. You know? And you got to pay for them shits, because they want to do away with the concept of you being able to freely travel around. They don't want you to be on the countryside, man. Like, I'm on a road right now, enjoying the countryside, as beautiful as it is. They don't want you traveling freely like this, man. Okay? They only want these roads open for commercial use and military use, which originally that's what the highway systems were designed for anyway. You know? But anyway, here we go, Salakia.
Look up 15-minute cities. They're planning to set up 15-minute cities throughout the whole country and throughout the whole world. In your 15-minute cities, you have to use MOTP,
And including 92% of Gen Z would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no
See, that's the slums right there. That's a modern day slum, man. 200 fucking apartment. That's the projects, basically. That's the projects with Wi-Fi, man, and drywall. All right, that's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Everybody gonna be condensed on each other. You're not gonna have any nature scene. You look out your window, you see a bitch making foot videos and porn. You know what I'm saying? There's no nature, no cows, you know, no land, no fresh wells, no fresh water, you know? But yet there's gonna be business venues, you're gonna have clubs and shit. It's gonna be a goddamn shit show, man. All right, I wouldn't want to live in no 15-minute smart city. Maybe if I was younger, but now, hey, shit, I'm gonna get a proper, you know, and this is just wishful thinking, you know, because we ain't got time for that. But if we had time, I would give me a house in the countryside, man, you know, and raise cattle and shit like that, to be out of the way of all the bullshit, because there's less pollution out here, you know. But anyway, let's get a couple of precepts real quick. I get 2 precepts and I'll play the rest and end it, because I'm actually driving, so I can't give you 100 precepts. My apologies. But anyway, this is the book of Psalms 58, and I'm gonna start at verses 2, and it says, yea, in your heart you work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hand in the earth. All right, and when you look at what happened in Maui, people was fucking burnt alive. Some people had to jump off into the ocean to be justified on being burnt alive, man. Okay, and when people was trying to like get out of the island, they said that cops barricaded them and held them at gunpoint. Just like they said in the video, people that want to go back to parts of Florida, like the areas that got hit, they said that, look, man, they may be there with armed troops. Like, nah, you can't come back and salvage shit. Wait a minute, man. This is I paid for this. This is my hard-earned money. Why can't I go back and salvage some things that I may want? What if it's a picture of my great-great-grandfather that, you know, was very dear to me, and then I can't get it because I got to be, you know, because you want to set up your new world order. And you people ain't mad enough, man. This is enough right here. You know, and they going to keep doing what they got to do, but it's all prophecy anyway, because, you know, this thing has to come to pass. I just wish it hurry the fuck up, man, because when you think of smart cities, they can build them up quick. But it ain't that many. It's just like, goddamn, like, how long is it gonna take you to build up an entire smart city? I'm not trying to be in America to 2030, you know. And the way that they're talking about, it's gonna take them a minute to do this because they have that 2030 agenda, and I believe Esau wants to flush this thing out. But you know, like the scriptures say, he disappointed at the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Esau may think he's going to 2030, but the Most High may get his ass out of here less than a year. You You know, so they gonna have to just come on with the chip, man. Fuck a 15-minute smart city. You know, come with the micro C-HIP and be done with it. But it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Yeah, because what they tell you, they say, well, yeah, you know, we're here, we're gonna aid the people. They ain't done nothing for the people, man. Okay, you've put more money in the pockets of corporations in other countries and migrants than you did your own freaking people. And people are pissed off with that. They're fed up with those policies, man. So they're ready to take it to you, the American government. And it says, and that poison is like the poison of a serpent. They're like the deaf adder that stopped at their ear. Because people were complaining about it. People were like, wait a minute, man. We've been complaining about this, you know, and we've been asking for help for you to lower the taxes and to curb inflation. But yet, when you bring up these policies to these elites, they just turn a blind eye to it. They're like, okay, we don't even hear you. And that's pissing the people off, because ultimately they like, wait a minute, man, what the fuck? We bought into it, but now this is the thanks we get. Well, hey, too bad, man. All right. Revelation 12:12, and I end it and I'll play the rest of the video. This is the book of Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. For behold, the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time, right? And this is part of Esau's wrath, okay? Burning down lands and sending hurricanes and using HAARP, which they say, oh, y'all conspiracy theorists. Nah, man. You had people of the government, and it worked for these particular corporations that came out and admitted that the government can manipulate the damn weather, man. So that's not a hard thing to believe. It's very, very possible, which they've been playing with the weather since the time of fucking Vietnam. So it ain't nothing new, man, okay? Only a dummy would say that that's under the realm of possibility, and this is clearly of the realm of possibility. And we know that for a fact, man. All right? So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule and teach well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will, you will edify. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Parking spaces, no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike.
Minute City is an urban planning concept where everyday necessities are easily reachable within a 15-minute walk or a 15-minute bike ride. This concept can promote more green spaces, but it can also decrease carbon emissions.
From an environmental standpoint, one of the biggest pieces is that if we're driving less, we're putting less carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, we're slowing the pace at which we're changing the climate that we have with.
Dr. Wynne Everham, a professor at the water school at FGCU, knows a thing or two about creating a usable space.
And I think most good 15-minute city approaches include a significant amount of green space within walking distance, because we're finding out that
这小区啊，像不像军事化管理？现在买个菜，原来是。
不用疑惑，我来给你们解答这个问题。我现在在外面，然后我进去。
The model country for the 15-minute city program is China, because the Chinese are a bunch of heathens. The Most High is not working with them, even though you have Israelites mingle among them. So that's a model to the 15-minute cities throughout the whole planet Earth. I see China, I could be wrong, but I see China also being the model for the micro C-HIP. There will be millions, hundreds of millions, ultimately, because the population of China is over 1 billion. India is over 1 billion, surpassed China as far as population is concerned. So they will go to these heathen nations that don't know any better, and eventually it will come here to America. The majority of the people on the planet Earth will receive the micro C-HIP, which is the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. GMS is always right.
进去就正常刷脸就可以了。
验证通过。
这次来了吗？我真的进来了，然后没有人管我。现在看，再绕出去。以前哪敢呢？
These people are heathen, so they're not connected to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
不行，迫不及待了，快跑！看，这是另一个爪子。
验证通过。
我又出去了，这回是了吧？真的能出来。
能过来上个公厕，再可以人脸识别扫码，
请正式服务，
直接出纸。现在出门上厕所都不用带纸了，真方便。
请面向屏幕开始刷脸，请确认支付。
Your receipt?